Hi, I'm Angel with FleeceFun.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful, long, full-length hooded cape. I know you've been wanting this one. For this project, you will need the following. You will need 3.75 yards of fleece or jersey knit for the exterior, half a yard of fleece or jersey knit for the hood lining, 1 yard of leather cording or ribbon, thread, and sewing essentials like scissors, pins, etc. Alright, now that you have all those items, it's time to get started. Now I need to be very clear about this. This pattern piece is unique and a little funky, and you gotta follow me on this one or you will mess up, okay? This pattern piece is actually two different pattern pieces, okay? It is the pattern piece for the back and it's the pattern piece for the front. And I'm actually going to have you trim back the pattern piece a little bit to make it correct. But you need to do this in the correct order and the right way, because I didn't want you to have to assemble more than, what is this? I think it's almost like 30 pages worth of a pattern because it's a full-length cape. Now, if I had to actually do the two pattern pieces, then we're talking 60 pages, and I don't know about you, but I do not want to be responsible for killing that many trees, okay? Not having that on my head. So what I did is I actually made so this pattern piece works for both. It's pretty cool, but only if you follow it, okay? Now also note that I have multiple lines for different lengths of cape, and how to tell which length is the best, you're going to have to hold it up and see if you need it the shorter length or not. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out the back side of the piece. Now you're going to notice that there's this little tiny section that is actually the seam allowance for the front. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up the edge of that pattern piece, that line, with the fold in the fabric, okay? So you can see what I'm doing here. Then you're going to cut out the back, okay? So you've got your big pattern piece for the back cut out. Great, now it's time to cut out the front. What you're going to do is you have these trim lines, and you can see where they are. You're going to trim down the cape to those lines, okay? And then, placing that on the fabric, you're going to cut out your two front pieces. Now the back piece, because it is cut out on the fold, it is one complete piece. It is not two pieces, it is one piece. And then the front piece is two pieces, because two pieces on the front, okay? Then you need to cut out your hood, okay? Now, because again, I didn't want you to have to cut out multiple things, the hood is a little funky. On double fabric, cut 2 of the hood exterior, then cut down the pattern piece to the pink line. On double fabric, cut 2 of the hood lining. Alright, now that we've gotten past the funky pattern cutting part, we can get to the sewing. You paid attention, right? Okay, let's go on to the sewing. Assembling the bottom part of the cape is easy. With right sides together, sew the right side of the front of the cape to the back side of the cape using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Sew from the collar to the hem. Repeat the same process with the left side of the cape. Set the bottom portion of the cape aside. Alright, see, now that we're finally to this part, it's actually going to be really fast. Next step. With right sides together, sew the 2 exterior pieces together using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Clip around the curves to help the hood lay properly. Repeat the same step with the lining. Now, pin the front of the exterior to the front of the lining with right sides together, from the collar to collar. Sew together using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Turn right side out and tuck the lining back into the hood, making a nice rim of the exterior fabric on the interior side of the hood. Pin in place. Stitch in the ditch to hold the hood in place around the front of the hood. Alright, let's keep going. With the exterior of the hood touching the right side or exterior of the cape, pin the hood to the cape using the notches as a guide. Sew hood onto the cape using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. It's starting to come together, really close. Next step. You can leave the fleece edges raw if you desire, but finishing them off can give the cape a nice look. Turn cape edges under a 1/2 inch and sew down, either using a zigzag stitch on the edge or a straight stitch near the edge. Sew on the leather ties and you're finished. And you're finished. You have this amazing and, can I say, very dramatic cloak. I mean, it is going to look amazing on you, can I just say? Or your friend, or just, you want to run around on Halloween and be very dramatic and wave your cape. Hey, go for it, because you can. Now, I am going to tell you a secret, just so you know. The hood to this cape is, of course, a little different than my other capes. But all those hoods, interchangeable in the adult size. So if, like, say, on the Red Riding Hood cape, you prefer that hood, guess what? Just switch it out on the pattern. It'll totally work. Or you like the more pointed hood on the Fast Long cape, guess what? You can totally switch that out on this cape. Yeah, I'm a thinker like that. So now you not only have this great long dramatic cape, but you have multiple hood options as well. Although I like the hood on this one personally. I know, I'm just the designer. Any case. If you like this project and tutorial, I have several more on my website, fleecefun.com, that I know you'll love. All my patterns and tutorials are free. And I have other cape patterns that are fun, and other costume patterns, or just, run-of-the-mill fleece hat, if that's what you're looking for. And a lot of them come with a video tutorial just like this one. Have a great day, and remember, velvet is pretentious, fleece is fun.